Computer. Lights.
Good morning, everybody, and happy Tuesday. So today we're going to kind of do a hodgepodge. I'm having focus problems this morning. I didn't sleep very well last night, so this is what you do when you don't sleep very well. You kind of let your brain wander a little bit and see what you can't accomplish while kind of trying to think things through. So we were working on, there are a couple of things that actually I was hoping I would be able to find like for some reason I can't seem to find or locate my local map. My local map of stars. I already closed the program, which would let me get into this wall exclusion zone. Yeah, because I feel like I'm kind of missing something here. Let's see what we've got here. That's the one that's set all the way down. I mean, it works. You can see what's going on, but it is difficult to read. I feel like I did this in a way that was not easy to comprehend or understand, and now I feel like I really should have redone it in a different way. In fact, I'm thinking this enough that I think I'm going to redo this because the wall exclusion zone stars aren't in there. And we're loading DAS to take a look at. Where it's not loading. Meh. All right. There we go. Or not. Man, we are having real problems. Taking up a lot of processor on this. This is the one that's in the wrong scale, isn't it? Yeah, okay, so let's not use this one. It won't matter. You can't see what I'm doing anyway. There we go. This one, I think, has both. Because see, like this, I can read and understand. Completely readable map right here. I feel like we also had an import where we had the Unity stars, right? And all this is just the Unity stars. I think the idea that I brought this in for was the idea that we could place it right. Weirdly, they also like came in sideways. The pattern doesn't match. Okay. Now we're trying to match the pattern. These two are those two. So look for the ones that are in double star pattern, right? Because some of those are double stars. I know that this one with the ring is Bellatrix. Problem is trying to match. Because I think that this is what's happening. Right. And that's exactly it. Look at that. The star patterns start to match. So it has decided, for reasons that are beyond all of us, to invert our stars, which is fine. 5%, where are we? As far as the lineup goes, not bad. And part of this is that I want to get a map of all of the stars, not just the wall exclusion zone. So we want to get all of the stars here. So we're going to do that next. Or 8. I guess it's 4.9. Okay, so what's this guy? Oh, he's off the board to the right. Looks like we have a couple of them that are going to be off the board. There we go. Now, we can do a number of things here to make these stars all fit. But the truth is, I'm thinking about this. The more I think about this, the more I think that the best possible option for all of this is going to be to make this work in a way that has these stars just being as they are. Because with this, you can see pretty much all of the stars in the area right there. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take the unity stars. We're going to take surface. I'm going to make their base color black. And turn off their specularity, because this glossy makes them shiny. We don't want them to be shiny. Want no emission color. We're going to also take it out of NVIDIA. Oh, those Unity stars are already there. Already done. I already figured it out somewhere along the line. Increasing this guy by 200%. Really need to not be, shiny, but he's, not thinking about that. It's all good, and I'm only staying here for a few minutes. I realized, I was like, last night I did the that picture of the monk, and I realized he's from, and I never finished my star maps. So because of that, I've gotten nothing that tells me where he's from. So I was like, probably should fix that. So we're going to fix that real quick. Well, that wasn't what I wanted. Yeah, it was actually somewhat aggravating. I like Foundation. Well, I've only seen a few minutes of Foundation, like I said last night. It was because I know that my wife's going to want to watch it. Anyway, so we're just going to finish up these maps so that we can do this, and we'll just do them in black and white. We won't make this complicated. Sadly, though, I've already overcomplicated this quite a bit, so I'm having a hard time figuring it out. But that's okay. We'll get there. Just see what it looks like. Where's the render pod? Where'd it go? Oh, we're optimizing images, which is... I don't know. Maybe. I didn't do real well yesterday. And by do real well, I mean, like, didn't sleep well. Kept getting up in the night and my brain wouldn't slow down, So now I'm kind of doing the... There we go. Okay, can't see anything. I have no earthly idea what's going on. All right. Well, that's always nice. Yeah, I turned off the lit floor's litness, and now it's like, okay, we're fine. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. I'm like, okay. Yeah, see, you just still really can't see anything. Yeah, the monk. So let's talk a little bit about magic, because there is a magic that's in my universe. It's just that it's not practiced by Unity people. There's a taboo against it in Unity. but there is a magic. And it isn't magic. It's breaking the laws of physics is really what it is violating the laws of physics. So there is a way to make, I wonder if there's my content library. Presets. Materials? Nope. It's not here. Where is it? So there's, but the magic is a way to manipulate the universe using sort of special controls, powers, whatever. And the thing is that these monks are looking into trying to figure out how to do it. Environments? Where is it? Oh, man. Shaders. Because we just need the basic shaders. And these are not the ones. Shader presets. DS defaults. So, that should make it so that it stops acting like, no, it didn't. There we go. That's what I wanted. Now we can make it 100% opacity, but its specular color can be 0. And its diffuse color is also that. Well, and that's the thing. It's not, I mean, it's just called magic as a placeholder at the moment. The people in the story do understand it. They do get it. The floor is getting there. So I feel like this grid's going to be inverted. Okay, inverted we can deal with. Inverted we can deal with. Make their base color white. Glossy color must all be black. And their emission color should also all be black. That way they're not shiny. Shiny. We've got some cylinders that are not, in fact, turning out this way. Cancel. In fact, we've got a lot of cylinders that are not turning out right. This has to be done one by one. Sometimes. Anyway, the old saying is that, but it's not an old saying. It's most definitely the saying is that any sufficiently advanced technology will look like magic. And what we really have here is the next level manipulation of the universe. So there is a race of aliens that exists above the plane of the story. See, it's not turning out white. None of them are turning out white. Why is this being such a fight? Why does this have to fight me? Why? Why? Why can't it just do its job? It has a job. Do the job. Why does this have to fight me? Yeah, see, none of these are turning white. We'd be done by now if this thing didn't have to fight me all the time. We'd totally be done by now. This would be over. We wouldn't have to do star maps anymore. Yeah, except this is Daz Studio, so it's not even Adobe. Can't even blame it on Adobe. That'd make my life so much easier if I could just blame it on Adobe. But I can't. All right. So we are no longer doing not even the distant lights even in here. I'm just gonna plus 50. Right. I'll blame Adobe anyway. Curse you, Adobe. Yeah. Right? That's important. All right, we're going to duplicate this guy too. No, I think so. Duplicate node. Okay. And the real reason we have that floor on there, though, it looks like, is that I was trimming some of these star pods. Let's see how some of these are not on the line anymore. I'm not saying I agree with you about how frustrating this is, but I agree with you about how frustrating this is. Anyway, the magic values. So, Bellatrix Rising has adopted some of the things from the card game that I've been making for years and years and years. And in the card game, there was a function for magic. And the idea was that there was something above, something very similar to the new types of Gundam, right? So these new types were a type of not evolution necessarily, but they were definitely. Let's see what we've got over here. Still a mess. Okay. So, the real reason we have that floor on there, though, it looks like, is that I was trimming some of these star pods. Let's see what we've got over here. Still a mess. Okay. So, the real reason we have that floor on there, though, it looks like, is that I was trimming some of these star pods. Let's see what we've got over here. Still a mess. Okay. The new types were these people who were advanced. They were the next generation of humans. They could predict the future in a small way. They could read each other's minds. They were faster and more agile. And I really like that aspect of Gundam. It's something that they, periodically decide that they're doing or not doing, depending on how they get around to it. And so you're just determined. The problem is this thing renders a whole lot better and does a whole lot better if it's still in its non I-ray function. But of course, Daz likes their I-ray, so wait, was I going black or white? See, now this is why I just need to go back to bed. Okay. I'm just going to try to catch all of these things. I'm not really good on repetitive functions. And that's part of the problem. Right? I'm not good when we repeat the same thing over and over. So this is difficult for me because I need to concentrate a lot. Yeah, I mean, that's part of the problem is there are only a handful of stars here. But I'm not good at any of this. Now, the diffuse color should be white because it's black. Everything's black. Specular color should be black. Ambient color should be black. Got all but one, it looks like. Just you. You seem to be the only idiot who didn't get caught in this one. There we go. Black. Your diffuse color is white. There we go. Now, with the exception of that star way down there, which I don't think is ever going to be appropriately in the correct spot for this. There we go. And I think, yeah, one more here, which is too high. There we go. Other than that, feel like we're getting close to this better damn well work, which is where I am. This better damn. There we go. All right. I don't know why the grid's blue. That's all right. We'll figure that out in a second. But at least we can now see the stars and make sure they are in their correct spots, which is good. Blue like space. Yeah, well, like some of this. I don't know what the story is. But this one's surfaces. Let's take a look. What's blue here? The diffuse color is blue, which, there's that. Maybe it should be black, though. Yeah, it should be black. All right, that's an easy fix. Not hard. I just apparently thought I was being clever. That's nice. There we go. That works, right? Because there we go. That's understandable and comprehensible. And that's all we're really looking for at this moment is comprehensible. Okay. Put this cylinder all the way down here. We'll go to here. And we'll catch this one star right there. I have to see where he is relative because he's probably nowhere near the actual star. No, he is. All right, good. This guy is off the chart to the left just once. Just one. Just one. Okay. We'll duplicate this node, and I'll just work from here. It's right view. It's going to be hard in here. This is the Temple and the Paragon and all of those guys. And they are really packed in tightly, those stars. That's the good news about doing 3D maps, though. Like, totally we can do this, and then once we've done this, we can zoom in and fix problems and stuff. But also we can do closer maps of where everything is. because this is a complex right here. We can already see it. There's a number of stars kind of really close together in that little group. And that's going to be difficult to see once we get to the size of you know what? I'm just going to delete the paragon because it's making this confusing. We've got a couple of these that look like they are not. Whoa! Symptom K's got host. There we go. Because I'm noticing that I was keeping the other ones because they were makes it easier to understand. But the truth is that I can't see what's going on with these stars there. So I might as well just wipe them out. A long time ago, I made a 3D map, or I made a 3D model. And I shouldn't say a long time ago because it was like 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, or 4 weeks ago, or whatever, whenever the last time I got into this stupid thing was, I made a model of the Unity stars that are just the Unity stars. So that I won't lose track of these guys, right? There we go. We only have like a handful of stars left. So we're going ahead and just duplicate that guy. Nice. Okay, you just need to be turned off because you're driving me crazy. I know that star maps drive you crazy. There, Brent. I appreciate you tolerating me on this. I am pretty sure that once we are done here, we will be done here. Because I really just want to go into the map mode themselves and just leave it alone. Yes, it is. However, you are right. I spend an awful lot of time on this. But I'm proud of my maps. I mean, to be fair, I'm very proud of these maps. They are elaborate. Probably more elaborate than they need to be, but that's okay. I was talking to a buddy yesterday, and I was talking about, we all write what interests us. And having very elaborate star maps interests me. I was also thinking about the viscosity of the universe, specifically the viscosity of gravity. And I feel like at some point in time, we're going to, when you start traveling at higher speeds and things like that, you're going to need to deal with the viscosity of gravity. How viscous is the gravity in this area? If it's very viscous, you're going to have to travel through clumps of gravity. And the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, that's really, if you think about how the universe is, it's a viscous fluid with gravity. Gravity is just a viscous fluid. So, kind of going through that thought process, I figured they're going to have some kind of viscosity, device that understands how thick the gravity well is. So the gravity pull, how I say that the gravity pulls the universe kind of like this, but it pulls like dough. Like if you think about the way we pull pizza dough, and they grab it and they pull it apart, and when they do, it gets stringier and stringier until little openings open up. And the maths are more obnoxious. You know what? I'm done with the maths of my star maps now. I've done my bit for king and country. I did all the maths. The maths, they are done. Amen. Amen. Hamana, hamana. Whatever. Because I'm not doing maths anymore. That was rough. That was just not. That wasn't fun for me. That wasn't fun for you. Like, that wasn't fun. It's kind of back to why did you do it then? Yeah, it's kind of a good question. Why did you do that? If it's no fun, why would you do that? Why would you do that to yourself? Can't forget the hub. The hub's like the last place in the unity before you start entering into that part of space where you're in that interrange between the Commonwealth, which is over here, and the unity, which is this. This is all the unity. Okay, last dodekimas. Let's make sure that everybody else has a post except for Bellatrix. Everybody else has a post except for Bellatrix. Okay. And we will duplicate this one, and we'll give you Bellatrix's node. At this point, I really, when it comes to doing the math, I can't say anymore that I didn't try. You know what I mean? I certainly put in more than my share of effort into making the star maps as accurate as possible. So I certainly no longer feel bad. All right, there we go. Let's go to orthographic. Rotate it as much as we possibly can to get as much of these guys sort of spattered out in the right location. Kind of see where everybody is. And what I'm doing is just tilting and turning a little bit here. Let's put the B. I'm just gonna, we had doubles in here, and I think I'm just going to okay. There. Actually, pretty respectable. And that's pretty clear where everybody is, where all the stars are. To go across, this is the wall exclusion zone in this area over here, and this is the unity, the stars of the unity. There are other stars, of course, in here. We're just not messing with them.
It's time to take a quick break.
Also, don't want to lose. We did get our break call, so we should at least stretch a little. Let's go over here and turn on the ring camera. Let's go find our, there we go. So let's go on ahead and do a quick stretch. Stand up. There we go. Kind of get back in here and start working on some of this. The question really is, can I take this map set here and bring it into here and be able to actually like see it? You know what I mean? Like make it work. And is this a better choice to lift it up a little so that we're more like this? Have to kind of be careful because we've got a lot of stars in here, especially right in the paragon, where they are very close to one another. I don't think Bastion de l'Essieu B. And what I also want to know is why I'm not seeing the subgrid, right? Because I'm seeing the main white lines, but I'm not seeing the grids inside, right? Now, this is absolutely serviceable. It'll be fine. This will at least allow me to see where the stars are in each one of these zones and how far apart they are from one another. Also, we can do now that we've done this, we can do the right view where we see what altitude everybody's at, right? We really are going to have to put a line down here because that's going to give this the feeling that these are off. Let's zip in here real quick. We'll just work on some of these real quick because they're just they're off. And the only reason we want to do this is when you're in that ortho mode, you really want to make sure that you are just put that straight there. When you're in an ortho mode, you want to make sure that these things, which may go beneath the structure of the stars, you want to make sure that they're not going beneath the map. And since that part of the ortho map is now transparent and you can see through it, we don't want the lines to go below the map because that'll give a false reading of how far on the map they are. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow, my friend. I'll see you tomorrow. I may give up here in a minute anyway. Because I am tired and beat and grumpy. Okay, orthographic. There we go. All the stars. There they all are. I don't think they're any better from this position or angle. There isn't a better angle for it. Man, maybe this is a better angle. Maybe. There. I feel like this is probably our best possible angle right here. The only stars that are in line with one another are these two. And since those guys aren't actual stars, they're things that I've made up, I can move one of them. So that they're not on top of one another. Like that. Those two are not the same. Right, so all of the unity stars are actual stars. Everything out here in the wall exclusion zone, though, is weird. Well, not weird, but it's, like, it's not, they're not uniform. So I can kind of stretch them out a little bit to make them work. And I think I will. There. Now let's see what we got. I'm seeing what looks like grid underneath there. You know what? I wonder if our floor, the surfaces of our floor, it doesn't have an opacity one, which is what I thought it would be. What if I made it white? What would happen? I still can't see anything on it. That's not helping any. Okay. Thought that would help, but it's not. It's really not. What about that? What about that? Nope. All that did was just turn it completely off. Okay. Why do we do that? Nope. Okay, so all you had here was a 50 by 50 grid. So I think it's you I want. Right? It is. That is exactly what we want. Oh, look at that. I'll be darned. Okay. There is an X on this one, which is inverted. Right? What does that look like? That looks much better. Okay, well, that may be our answer right here. Just keep moving until I've got all 4 grids covered. Because this looks just fine. This is viable. I should probably do it at a higher resolution, but this is viable. We're not sure what's out in these maps, but hey, whatever. We'll say Unity started. Okay. You know what, guys? I'm tired. And I'm seeing 0 viewers out here, so I'm going to go on ahead and call it. We did maps for the day. That was good. I'll be back tomorrow. I don't think that, I don't know whether Pepper's back or not, so we may or may not have our Watercolor Wednesday-esque thing tomorrow. We still need to get the 50-foot long cable to go to the camera over there. We'll get there. Anyway, until then, I'm going to get going, and I wish you all a happy Tuesday, and keep your eyes on the stars. Bye-bye. Computer, good night.